Did you know that after the age of 70, up to 60% of seniors have difficulty walking? And nearly 1 in 3 people over 65 have experienced a fall at least once in the past year, according to a report from Tufts University in the United States. If you have ever felt that your legs are getting heavier, your knees are stiffer, or that every step out of bed in the morning feels harder, then you are not alone. Aging comes without warning and brings many quiet changes that sometimes we are not mentally prepared for. But that does not mean you have to accept staying still. Today, I will share with you 5 very simple things that can help you regain flexibility, boost blood circulation, improve memory, and reduce the risk of falling without needing to go to the park or a gym. All of these can be done right in your own home, with just a chair, a wall, or even your own bed. If you are over 60, please watch this entire video because it may change the way you take care of your body every single day. What state do you live in? Leave a comment below. And do not forget to share your experience with the community because good health always begins with one small action. 1. The invisible step. Have you ever sat in your familiar wooden chair, holding a warm cup of tea, but felt like your legs were carrying a few extra bricks? That heavy, numb, and stiff feeling in the morning makes many people over 60 hesitant to get up and walk. But did you know that with just a gentle movement in your feet, you can reactivate your circulation, strengthen your legs, clear your mind, and even sleep more deeply at night? I want to tell you the story of Mr. Ravi, a 72-year-old man living in New Jersey. He used to enjoy walking around the temple every morning, but recently, just stepping down to the front steps left him breathless. After a chance meeting with a physical therapist during a community health check, he was shown a surprisingly simple exercise. Sit still and walk with your imagination. Sounds strange, doesn't it? The exercise is called the invisible step because you do not need to leave your chair, and no one will notice that you are even exercising. All you need to do is sit upright, place your feet flat on the floor, then slowly lift your heels while keeping your toes on the ground. Then reverse it. Press your heels down and lift your toes. Repeat this movement for 3 to 5 minutes, as if you are walking in your mind. This motion activates the calf muscles, helping push blood from the legs back to the heart, which is something older adults often lack due to long sitting or little movement. According to Harvard Health Publishing, small muscle movements like this can prevent swelling, numbness in the legs, and especially improve blood flow to the brain. After just 1 week of practicing each morning while watching the news, Mr. Ravi shared that his mind felt clearer. The swelling in his legs reduced by evening, and most surprisingly, he slept more deeply and no longer woke up at night due to aching legs. That is not magic. That is the result of a simple exercise that requires no equipment, no effort to leave the house. And you can start right now. Try sitting upright, lifting your heels 5 times, then lifting your toes 5 more times. If you start to feel warmth in your calves, that is a sign your blood is flowing better. One small movement, one big change, and it might be exactly what helps you step back onto the porch, where the morning sunlight is still waiting. 2. Balancing while brushing your teeth. Every night before going to bed. Mrs. Maria, 68 years old, practices a small but very special habit. She stands on one foot while brushing her teeth. It may sound strange, but thanks to this, she has improved her balance, reduced morning dizziness, and kept her mind alert without taking any pills. In the past, she once fell in the bathroom just by turning too quickly. After that, her doctor suggested she practice a daily balance exercise, And the suggestion came at a very interesting moment while she was holding her toothbrush. So every morning and night, she stands on one foot while brushing as usual. Just 30 seconds on each foot is enough for this small exercise. If you are just starting out, you can lightly rest your hand on the sink or the wall, then slowly lift one foot off the ground, hold that position, and then switch legs. This simple exercise actually strengthens the muscles around your ankles and lower abdomen, helping you maintain the ability to stay steady even as you age. More than that, when you balance while brushing your teeth, your brain is also being activated in a multitasking way. According to the Journal of American Geriatric Society, exercises that combine two tasks at once, like this, can reduce the risk of falling by up to 43% in seniors, while also slowing down memory decline. Mrs. Maria shared that after a week of trying it, she no longer felt afraid walking into a wet bathroom. She said, "At first, balancing was a bit wobbly, but now I can stand firm for nearly a minute without holding on. No yoga mat needed, no equipment at all, just your familiar toothbrush and a little daily patience. If you often feel unsure when climbing stairs or worried when stepping down a few steps, then this is the right exercise for you. And if you are still unsure, try it tonight. While brushing your teeth, lift one foot and hold it for 10 seconds. You might sway a little at first, but after just a few days, your body will begin to relearn how to balance, just like when you first learned to walk as a child. Most importantly, this exercise is also a small message you send to your brain each day. I am still actively taking care of myself, little by little, and sometimes mental health starts with one steady step in the bathroom. 3. Wall. Sit without a chair, Mr. David. 75 years old, lives in a quiet neighborhood in San Diego. He used to joke that he walked as if he were dragging 2 sacks of rice every time he had to step up the church stairs. He needed to pause for a moment, but after his granddaughter, a physical therapy student, showed him a simple exercise to do at home, he regained the strength in his legs and the confidence in his steps. This exercise does not require weights, mats, or any equipment, just an empty wall in the house. It is called the wall sit, often used in rehabilitation programs for older adults. The method is simple. Stand with your back against the wall, place your feet slightly forward, then slowly slide your back down the wall as if you are sitting on an invisible chair. You do not need to sit very low. Just bend your knees slightly to feel your thigh muscles working. Hold the position for a few seconds, then stand back up. Repeat this about 5 to 7 times each session, depending on your condition, and you can do it twice a day. The important thing is to feel each stretch in your leg muscles and every deep breath you maintain while doing the exercise. According to McMaster University, strengthening leg muscles 3 times a week can restore walking ability, reduce dependency, and improve balance in seniors. When your legs are stronger, not only can you climb stairs more easily, but you can also avoid the risk of falling when getting up from a chair or stepping out of a car. Mr. David shared that after 10 days of consistent practice, he could stand up from the sofa without holding on to anything, something he used to feel embarrassed about when his great-grandchildren were around. That is the feeling of regaining control and freedom within your own body. And for many older adults, that feeling is more valuable than any supplement. You can start today with any wall in your house beside the living room, next to your bed, or in the small hallway you often pass through, even just a few minutes each day. This exercise can help you build strong legs, the foundation of independent living in your later years. So if you have ever struggled to step onto a porch, get into a car, or stand up after a meal, give your legs a chance to grow strong again, right where you are standing. 4. The stretching cat movement. Mornings at Mrs. Linda's home. age 70 often begin with the soft chime of wind bells on the balcony and the gentle scent of herbal tea. But few people know that before making tea or watering the plants. She always takes 2 minutes for a simple movement she calls the cat stretch after sleep, inspired by her old house cat stretching slowly after a nap. Mrs. Linda practices a light spinal stretch not to break a sweat, but to release the silent stiffness built up overnight. She stands facing the kitchen wall, about 1 arm's length away, with her feet hip-width apart. Then she slowly reaches both hands toward the wall. After that, she gently pushes her hips back, keeping her back straight like the shape of an L, and breathes deeply as if she were meditating. This exercise is commonly known as the cat stretch position. It gently stretches the back, hips, and shoulders areas where older adults often feel the most stiffness each morning. According to Cleveland Clinic, these slow, controlled movements improve spinal flexibility, calm the nervous system, and help regulate blood pressure, especially effective for seniors living in low-activity environments. When Mrs. Linda first began, she could only hold the position for about 15 seconds, but after a few days, she could maintain it for up to 1 minute, even focusing on each deep breath as if reciting a morning prayer. She shared that after 2 weeks, her nagging back pain after sitting too long disappeared, and she could stand longer while cooking without discomfort. Not only did her body feel relaxed, but her mind also became calmer, as if the movement had become a gentle morning ritual of gratitude. This exercise requires no equipment at all, just a small section of wall in the kitchen, bedroom, or balcony. You do not need any yoga experience, just stand steadily. Feel your back stretch, breathe in deeply, and exhale slowly, as if pulling back a soft curtain to let sunlight into the house. Whether you have struggled with back pain for years or have just started feeling your body slow down, taking a few minutes each morning for the stretching cat movement is a gift you give yourself, a simple gift. No cost, no noise, but it can help you feel lighter, clearer, and ready to step into the new day like the first ray of sunlight shining through your window. 5. Seated crossbody arm taps. When Mrs. Susan, 73 years old, retired after nearly 40 years of teaching, she started to notice something strange. Each morning, it took her quite a while to remember what day it was or what she had just planned to do. That foggy mind feeling was not frightening, but it made her feel uncomfortable, like living in a soft mist. One day at her local senior club, she was introduced to a simple exercise that could activate both the brain and circulation in just a few minutes a day, done right on her familiar wooden chair at home. The exercise has a simple name, seated crossbody arm taps, because you reach your arms forward as if hugging someone. Then tap your right hand to your left knee, followed by your left hand to your right knee. In a slow and steady rhythm, you do not need to bend too far. Just feel your body twisting slightly, your lower abdominal and lower back muscles working, while your brain coordinates these complex symmetrical movements. According to Tufts University, cross-limb coordination exercises like this can improve memory, increase reaction speed, and slow cognitive decline in older adults, especially when repeated daily for 3 to 5 minutes. When Mrs. Susan started, she felt clumsy, but after a few days, her arms and legs moved more smoothly, and most importantly, she felt much more alert in the mornings. She could even remember her shopping list without writing it down. This exercise not only supports the brain, but also boosts blood circulation throughout the body, as the shoulders, back, core, and legs are gently activated for those who often feel cold hands and feet, numbness, or dizziness when standing up suddenly. This can be an excellent supportive solution, and you do not need to prepare anything, just a sturdy chair, sitting upright with both feet flat on the floor. Then reach your arms out as if welcoming the new day, and gently perform each cross-body motion as if drawing invisible lines between both sides of your body. When you add slow, deep breaths during the movement, it becomes more than just physical exercise. It turns into a simple form of moving meditation that connects the body and mind in harmony. If you have ever felt forgetful, slow to react, or tired right after waking up, try this exercise tomorrow morning. Just a few minutes may bring noticeable changes to both your mind and daily rhythm. Just as Mrs. Susan once said, "I do not just remember better. I actually feel at least 5 years younger." 6. A special gift. 3-minute morning warm-up right in bed. When Mr. Thomas, 74 years old, wakes up each morning, the first thing he feels is not the gentle sunlight through the curtains, but the dull stiffness in his lower back and knees. In the past, he often tried to jump out of bed quickly to go to the bathroom, prepare breakfast, or simply out of habit. But the more he rushed, the more aches and fatigue he felt. Until one day, he happened to read an article about gently warming up in bed before getting up, and he began calling it his golden 3 minutes of the morning. The routine starts with a very simple action. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold for a few seconds, then exhale gently through the mouth. Repeat this 3 to 5 times. Then he stretches both arms upward toward the ceiling, as if trying to catch a bit of early morning light. He continues by gently opening and closing his fingers, like waving good morning, then rotates his wrists a few times. Next, he rotates his ankles one at a time, drawing an imaginary circle like writing the letter O in the air. Finally, he points his toes forward and then pulls them back, like pressing the gas pedal on a smooth tuk-tuk ride. According to Mayo Clinic, small movements right after waking up can help lubricate the joints, improve blood circulation, stabilize blood pressure, and prevent dizziness when standing up. Mr. Thomas shared that after just 5 days of maintaining this habit, he no longer felt dizzy, had no more knee or neck stiffness in the morning, and instead, his body woke up gently, as if being awakened by a warm hand instead of a harsh alarm. What makes this routine special is that you do not need to leave your blanket, no equipment, no music, no quiet room required, just you, a heart willing to care for yourself, and 3 minutes to listen to your body. When you begin your day slowly, mindfully, and with self-love, your whole rhythm of life becomes softer, more flexible, and more energetic. So tomorrow morning, before jumping out of bed like usual, pause for a moment. Take 180 seconds to kindly greet each joint, each muscle, each breath. Because the moment you choose to start your day slowly and consciously is also the moment you choose a healthier and more active life one day at a time. After all, you may now realize that healthy aging does not have to come from long walks in the park or intense workouts at the gym. It begins with the things closest to you: a familiar wooden chair, a wall in your home, a toothbrush, or even the bed you sleep in every night. Just a few minutes each day with 5 simple exercises like the invisible step to improve circulation. Balancing while brushing your teeth to boost alertness, wall sit to strengthen your legs, stretching cat to loosen your spine, or seated cross-body arm taps to wake up your brain, you will have already built yourself a stronger foundation for aging. And if you remember the 3-minute morning warm-up in bed, that is the gentle gift you can give yourself each day, even before your feet touch the floor. What matters is not how many times you do it, or how perfectly you perform each move. What matters is that you choose to act, to care for your body, rather than leaving it unnoticed in silence. Because every small movement is a message that says, I still want to live healthy, live actively, and live independently, with just a small stretch of the arms, a steadier stance, or one deeper breath. You are already laying the foundation for a more peaceful and energetic day. If you found today's content helpful, please subscribe to the channel and share this message with a loved one or friend in their 60s, 70s, or 80s. You never know. One simple exercise might help them avoid a fall, a sleepless night, or an unexpected dizzy spell. We will continue sharing more helpful tips about nutrition, herbal remedies, and simple daily habits that support healthy living. And you, what exercise will you begin with tomorrow morning? Leave a comment below so I and the whole community can listen together.